Everybody home?
Yeah, the duo's here. Back at it.
Back at it again.
Like we never left.
On this hot Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
Why is it so hot?
Very hot. Well, what to do, y'all? It's the mother freaking duo. And we're back. Because I'm Trinica Roche.
And I'm Destiny Lynn.
And this is
DNT Podcast.
Okay. No Broadway action.
Alright. Look quiet.
Okie dokie then. How are you guys feeling today?
How are you feeling today?
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm always alright, but
Yeah.
nothing very spectacular. Has me just feeling anyway. So I'm alright. I'm neutral.
Right. You have a highlight? Go on, say what you was going to say.
Ain't even sure what I'm highlighting. No, I don't really.
Yeah.
Just
You
know
wanna talk about Cousin's Day?
Oh, Cousin's Day, yeah. See, bullshit just puts a damper on
It
everything. You just forget
It just clouds the good shit.
Good shit, yes. Like, yes, I had, I guess you could say it's like our first annual Cousin's Day. And it was really good. It turned out really well. Like,
Yeah.
yes, girl, J-Ro was the DJ. And at first, like, we was so segregated. Because, like, our people was on one side of the backyard, and then her people was, like, on the other side, like, had their own little thing going on.
It was your brother and his...
It was our side, my brother's side. Like,
and then her cousin.
And then her cousin.
Oh, okay.
My sister-in-law cousins on, like, one other side.
Yeah, at first it was...
Yes.
Y'all eventually...
Not really. Kinda. Like, here and there, you know, people get drinking, they get talking and conversing and stuff. But
yeah.
It was really good. Like, the setup was really good, girl. Her son performed at the beginning. Because, you know, he into Michael Jackson. So,
yeah.
When I say everybody had their phone out recording him.
Real.
Like, yeah, he did so good. And then, of course, we went back to Bob and kicked it.
Yeah.
And
so,
that turned out very good.
Y'all, on your brother's side, though, is it like your mama's side or your...
My daddy's side, like the Washingtons.
Oh, okay.
Like
that's why I was wondering, like...
It was my daddy's side, like, our side.
Yeah.
So that was good. Like, it was younger cousins.
Yeah.
So it was a good amount of us. Like, he just kept saying, like, he was glad some of his people finally showed up or something.
Yeah.
Cause girl, we always just try to plan stuff and
they just don't go through.
They just don't be with it. So
yeah,
it was just thankful for that for sure. But yeah, that's my highlight. We say we don't like to sugarcoat shit for you guys on this show. But just know I guess I'm going through a breakup. And yeah, it's going, child. It's going. I just say, when it comes to like resisting and like restraining or like taking a step back from things, like it is very, very hard. Yeah.
Especially like abruptly, like just all of a sudden.
Because
when you don't see it coming, when you don't prepare.
Facts. Like, it's one of those, but then, you know, I thought about it today and it dawned on me. Like, somebody texted to me last night, like, this girl wrote me or whatever, and she was like, do you know anything, like, about the retrogrades? And then I was like, yeah, it's about to be one soon, ain't it? And she was like, yeah, it started on the 4th, because she seen that I make a post about, you know, get cheated on.
Yeah.
And, she was like, yeah, so I hope, like, you just take that as your sign, like, you know, like, the energy gonna be crazy. And she was like, I really hate whoever did that to you, whether it was a friend or, like, somebody you was with, like, whoever it is that cheated on you. And I was just like, you know, like, thank you for that.
Yeah.
And then I had somebody else send me a message, like, she texted that morning when I first wrote it, but I didn't respond to it.
Yeah.
But then I seen her name pop up again, and she wrote me, like, a whole nother message.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, maybe that was just really on her heart to write me twice about that. Yeah. So I had to just go and reply after that time. Because, you know, everybody was sliding up. So I didn't think none of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Like, I shouldn't be surprised that it's happening when it's happening. Because I know I say everything happens For a reason, for sure. But yeah, I just it's just one of them, like, how can I see it? A person can know their worth, but like we say all the time with me, like when you just have a big heart, like you never just really want to see like nobody. I don't want to. I guess you could say like suffer or like go through things, but I'm just learning to tell myself that if I never, cause I stand up for myself, but it's like if I never, I guess like set the tone with it in a way, like I'm gonna continue to be in that, regardless of how high I think of myself. Like you're gonna still be. Reality is gonna be what you're around and like what you attract and all of that. So like, yeah, that's it, and that shit hard. So I ain't gonna tell y'all to pray for me because I don't like everybody praying over me. Just know this.
No,
just know it's one of them.
Everybody prays.
Stay tuned next episode to see where I'm at.
Well, my highlight is me and my man and his family. We traveled to Illinois for his dad's 16th pastoral anniversary at that church. And it was a really good trip. I've never been to Illinois, but it was nice. The weather was so nice. Yeah. Like, you see how it's windy and stuff outside and sunny? It was like that, but minus the humidity. Yes. So you could enjoy the breeze. When you were in the shade, it actually was cool. Like, it was some good weather, though. And we did a little fishing, a little family time. Everything really went smooth. Like, yeah. He pissed me off at the beginning, but we was good. We shook back. We always do. Just being in a car for 8 hours, you uncomfortable, you irritated. Then we didn't.
That's your first little road trip in a minute.
Yeah, and then we didn't. Girl, my hip. I don't know what my hip had going on, but I didn't sleep good the night before. I slept wrong on my hip or something, so driving didn't make it no better. But then everybody was hungry by the time, so it was just like. But once we regrouped, it was good. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
You just had an anniversary.
Oh yes! How could I forget? So worried about telling y'all about going to Illinois. But me and my man, it was yesterday. Me and my man reached 1 year being together.
Crazy.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
It feels good. It's crazy that I still think it's crazy. It still feel like it's been forever. Like his parents was like, y'all only been together a year? His mama said, shoot, I'm trying to marry you off and y'all only been together less than a year.
Type stuff.
But like, it felt good though. I was telling him like, I feel like we have grown for sure, especially like communication wise and just learning each other. And then we've been living together since, we've been living together forever, I feel like too. But like officially, it's like December. Yeah. December we moved into this apartment and we're getting ready to look for like a bigger place. And so I asked him yesterday, I was like, what you looking forward to the next year of our relationship? He was like, getting a house. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, definitely a bigger space and looking forward to making more money, traveling, seeing the world. Period. But yeah.
Yes, I love that. You're such a lovely girl.
Yeah, I am. Such a lovely girl. That's why I said, it ain't take long for me to be outside. I don't enjoy the streets. Yeah. I'd rather be up under one person and know that they doing good by me and I'm doing good by them. Keep it cute. Please keep it cute over here.
That's what's up. I love it. Because Auntie definitely back on her bachelorette shit. I ain't even going to say bachelorette, but
somebody was telling me that they checked on you. Kayla, she was saying she checked on you and she was like, I was telling her, like, it's going to be okay. I said, she gonna be alright. I said, I really hate it. Really hate it for him. I said, she gonna be good. I said, I know it's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna say it's just gonna be easy for her. But I know my best friend.
If you know me, you know me.
I'm like, I know my best friend. I just hate that, like, now she begging this mine. I said, I hate it for you, really.
Yeah, because
she gonna be alright.
And like, I seen somebody, I've seen a post one before, and they was like, I'm terrified of people that like, 1 minute they love you, and then the next minute that is if you and like all that, like how quick people like can switch up on you. And I get where people be coming from when they say that, but to me, I be heavy on Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, 3, 4. I can't blame nobody but myself at that point. So when you get older, you just have a less tolerance for a lot of things. Like regardless of how much you love a person, I love you.
You still have to have boundaries.
I love myself just as much. So
Thanks.
if it took that one wrong thing for you to make me be like I'm through and be cutthroat, then so be it.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna continue to let anything like hinder my peace or stunt my growth. Like
that's what I was saying. Like you have something to lose now.
Yes.
Like, even more now than before. Like you have stuff to lose and you have so much going on. Don't nobody got time to be played with and
going back and forth. It's just a cycle. Like just continue to go in that cycle. Like
it's unhealthy for you.
Please don't let nobody get y'all tripped up in that type of stuff.
But like a lot of people say, like you can from outside looking in, you can say whatever you want, but like till you in it, like
yes,
I ain't gonna lie, like just being your best
even
friend,
being in it is hard, but getting out of it is harder.
Yeah.
Yes. Being in something, like being trapped in something is hella hard, but like trying to get out of that, like man, that is way harder for sure. Cause you get so accustomed.
It's not as easy.
Yeah.
Like it's not
so
as simple as just I'm
things.
out. Like I'm.
Cause sometimes with women, like I speak for myself, like certain things some things do be premeditated. And all it takes is like that threshold for you to just execute whatever it is like you was feeling like. You still be tolerating a lot, but we always making mental notes. As women, I'm always keeping track of a lot of things. Not saying that there are things I'm going to hold against you, but just friendly reminders that when it gets to that peak, like I knew this was coming because all these little things were already leading up to that. Right. So, yeah.
We're going to get through it.
On that. It is.
I always do. You just know, God closes one door to open many others. So, but yeah, do you have any insights for us this week?
No, not really. Guess that's all it is. Like, I'm the preacher moment.
Yeah. Well, leading into the topic, I feel like when I start thinking about it, I was like, dang, I think we talked about being in our 20s before, but shoot, we 80-some episodes in now, so
yes.
Give y'all a different perspective of it probably. And so the topic we're gonna talk about is just being in our 20s in 2024 and being adults and working and being a part of this society now and what all comes with it, because I know a lot of us talk about like how much harder it is for us now versus them then. So we're gonna do a little comparison too, but just talk about how like we can dig whatever y'all want to do. We can dig, but just the fact that like jobs, like how hard it can be to get a job or how hard it is to leave a job,
being
overworked and underpaid.
Shit is expensive. It is very expensive to live. To survive. Yes. And it's expensive to survive and to just really truly live. Like, it's just as hard. Like, for people that don't know the difference, you know the difference. People know when they living and when they just surviving and like making it, just going day to day.
Check to check is surviving.
Man, literally.
But it's just so hard tonight because stuff is so expensive. Like you gotta have a lot of discipline to be able to live now, or just be making like crazy money.
Just do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, all the time.
Man.
Or a lot of people in this day and age, they have the support. Like
that's a big one.
They have parents who still, give them a little allowance or whatever the case may be, or parents that's wealthy don't mind helping or whatever. So people have spouse, people are married, so
people that have the advantage they live in the same proximity of their parents.
That's,
or any of their family.
That's a big one because I honestly believe if my mama lived here,
yes,
I wouldn't.
Things would go so much smoother.
Yes. Just because moms are just naturally like caretakers. Yeah. So like, girl, she come over my house and see something out of place, or I need some. She probably been to bought it and sent it to the house. I wouldn't even know. Like that's just what moms do. Come over with like, let's go to the grocery store. You need some groceries. Like, go get the groceries. Like, yes, I have a person, but it's just mom.
It's
like,
just different with natural. Parents,
yeah. Cause swear, like being there, like watching his parents and stuff, like they always giving. His daddy said on the church anniversary, said, man, I don't think our kids are ever gonna grow up. And I was like, why he said that? He was like, it's our church and like my pastor anniversary, and they got more money than I did. Like,
so yeah, we gonna just continue to dive on into that. Before we even start, I just want to give us a pat on the back for just still being two young ladies that are doing it on our own. Like, yes, we have a family, but we are still like two young, like middle age in our 20s, like living like on our own. Like, we have no family here. Just the people that we done met along the way. We might got a cousin here and there, but they got a whole, don't see them. They got a whole family to tend to. So it's not like those are like cousins you just kicking it with. You know what I'm saying? Like every day or see on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. So I'm just still proud of us for doing it. Like, because we doing it and been doing it and are still willing and trying to do it.
Man, and we never like stop. Like, if we know X, Y, and Z coming up, all right, what else I need to do? All right, I'm going to go a little harder this week because I know
I need to do this. Yeah.
Because I say that too, like, especially by myself. I'm like, I could just be sitting at home. I could be sitting at home crying, but like, I get up, I'm going to grub or without nothing else. Like, because I know life still goes on. Like, going back to school, like, doing whatever, doing that. It was like, just trying to keep something going.
Yes, having something going on because you'll have a lot of free time on your hands and you like, man, like it's something I could be doing. Like, to just sit around and just not do nothing. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, to just have too much free time on my hands.
Like, COVID told me up and I was working during COVID, but being on that time where you wasn't nothing to do outside, like, I was like, oh no, I couldn't do this. And like stay at home job, not for me.
And like how we saying, like stuff that we're going through, like experiences that we've already had, like being so young and not reverting to like going back home, getting that support, having to literally start from ground zero. Like, God forbid, like if that was to happen, like I could do such a thing. But to be where I am now, almost 26, and thank God I have not had to have like a major downfall to where I didn't have to just regroup like that.
And I'd be like, it's gonna take a lot for me to resort back to that, like, because I want to show myself that I can do it.
I can do it. Like, or put yourself in that, have that mindset that if it's just you, like, granted, if you do have the help, when it's just you, what are the limits that you're willing to go to help yourself get out of that? How hard are you willing to push yourself to really keep going for your own sake?
Thanks.
So what are some facts or whatever that you looked up, or some things you want to touch on?
So the first thing I looked up was being in your 20s in like the 2000s versus being in your 20s in 2024, and I'll just go over some. So the technology and communication, of course, like back then they didn't have as many phones, social media. They just probably had like MySpace, Facebook. That was just the beginning of MySpace and Facebook.
Things were just starting to like pop off as far as like social media platforms.
Right, and then phones, they didn't have smartphones, mostly email or like flip phones, stuff like that.
I know all these other apps you can use to communicate and socialize on.
Education, of course, they only had access to like information through books, libraries, early internet resources, probably like just the stuff at the library. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know, but like they used to have just like a few pages you could go to on the internet, like at the library. Oh, let me go back. Oh, no, I'm good. So, online courses was rare as far as education. Like, they didn't really have access to, like, go to school online or, you know,
like
that's
have to go to a program that was in person at a college or at
right.
a technical school. Or
so, of course,
that.
now we have plenty of online education that you can just go get a course. You can do a course online.
Man.
You know, that,
you
and that's
better
beneficial.
Trade, get something in.
Facts.
Something you probably would have had to go to school for back then would have took you longer. You can get it within like 12 weeks now or something like that.
Facts, because, you know, like now, even when I think about like nursing courses, like some or certain courses, like if you already have your bachelor's, you can just take the master program online. Like you don't have to go to an actual college and stuff like that. Social and cultural trends, 2000s fashion, music, and entertainment trends were heavily influenced by television, radio, and magazines. Trends are rapidly in 2024. Trends are rapidly spread and influenced by social media, streaming services, and influencers.
Heavy on the social media.
Yeah, and really, in reality, like all of these different what's it called, like subjects or whatever, like it's just the increase of technology and social media, like. Yeah. And it summed it up at the end. Overall, the experience of being 20 in 2024 is heavily shaped by the advanced technology, digital connectivity, and more globally aware and interconnected society. So, entertainment back then, like they had DVD, RV, the tape players VCR, and stuff like that. VCR, that's what I'm trying to say.
Now you can literally just download an app and stream any type of thing you want to watch from your TV.
Political and social activism back then were present but less amplified by technology. 2024, social and political activism are significantly influenced and mobilized through social media. Issues like climate change, gender equality, and social justice are highly prominent. The job markets back then were more traditional with the focus on in-person work environments. Gig economy was less developed.
Like work from home is in such high demand. There was no such thing as work from home like when my parents was growing up, like the 60s, 70s, 80s. Like what is working from home? You had to literally get up, get transportation, and go to the physical place and do your job. Now people can literally sit on their couch and work a whole 8-hour shift and never have to leave the house.
Yeah. And I'll tap into like how the con of that as well.
Okay.
And then, so in 2024, the gig economy is robust and remote work is widely accepted. Digital skills are highly valued in the job market. And gig is meaning like comedians and Grubhub, DoorDash, like those like side hustles. Yeah. So, and I'll go into like the pros and cons. I won't read all of this though. So, of course, like technology pros is instant, constant connectivity with friends, family, and the world, access to wealth of information and resources online, enhancing learning productivity. So, the con of that, though, is potential for information overload and constant distractions, privacy concerns, and cyber security threats.
I was just about to say.
Education, of course, I said online education is a thing. So, the con of that would be the digital divide can leave some people behind. Over reliance on online resources might reduce critical thinking and problem solving skills.
Yes.
And I think that's why kids of this day and age, they always depend on the internet, that they really don't have those skills.
Man.
They don't develop those skills because they could just ask AI or they could just type it on the internet instead of like
having to really like sit and critically think on something and figure it out. Yes, it's heavy on the downfall.
So make sure you get your kids out the house and still teach them life skills. Cause
let them touch some grass and.
I do economy and job market. So the pros is more opportunities for remote work and flexible job arrangements. The gig economy allows for diverse income streams and entrepreneurial ventures. The cons of that will be the gig economy can lead to job insecurity and lack of benefits. remote work can blur work-life boundaries, leading to burnout. Cause you at home, you doing home and work at the same time. Like
instead
you
of
gotta separate this.
Yeah,
You gotta separate the space.
Not being able to at least change up your scenery and be like, say for instance, people that go out and do work, like you look forward more and appreciate coming home more often because you've been gone for so long versus waking up just always being stuck in your house all the time. Like they can also take a mental toll. It can be like a mental toll on you as well.
And I was gonna say this, like that's so King Mom. Sometimes majority of the time I feel like she work from home, but she was telling me like she redoes her patio or her balcony or whatever. Well, it's really like a back porch, but she redoes it, and like sometimes she'll go out there and work just to change the scenery, and she'll switch up. Like she used to have like curtains out there, like just trying to switch it up so it don't seem like
it's so repetitive or redundant. Yeah. And
she also told me like during COVID, like she was home so much that like it developed her anxiety during that time as well. Like she was just kind of terrified of like going outside because she had been inside so long. Okay, I'm gonna read social and cultural trends. The pros of that would be faster dissemination of trends and ideas. So it's just the faster it gets out. Create a more dynamic and innovative cultural landscape. Greater ability to find and connect with like-minded individuals globally. The con of that would be trends can be fleeting and superficial, leading to a lack of depth in cultural engagement. And then social media can foster unrealistic expectations and comparisons, impacting mental health. And that's heavy on that one for sure.
Because a lot of trends that do go on now, they end so quickly. Versus a lot of things, people used to ride the waves on back then. Like they lasted for a pretty little while, but now, like you say, you can go viral and blow up, and then within a month.
Cause it's like a trend that's going on right now. It's not so much like fashion or nothing, but I had a microphone. I know a microphone hate to see me.
Yeah,
I heard a mirror. Like
I know a Chipotle. Well, I hate to see me coming. Why is that? Why is that a trend?
Like
y'all not
so
even
fast,
saying
though.
nothing. So y'all not even saying nothing for real. So like, why is that such a big thing? And that's another thing.
How fast it just like goes into.
And with a lot of trends nowadays, like I said, a lot of things do lack originality, authenticity. The creative space within a lot of trends nowadays.
You can tell by photo shoots.
So super.
Everybody taking the same photo shoot.
Man.
Like.
And having to just being your own person, like being authentically you. Nothing is wrong with being inspired by a lot of things, but when people catch on, like people that hop on people hopping on certain waves nowadays, and who are you? Like everything is influenced by something else when it comes to you. Nothing is original or authentic about who you are when it comes to your appearance, when it comes to what you want to do, when it comes to anything. Like it's always something stemming that was influenced by someone else.
Facts. Do you have any comments or anything on the pros and cons? What you feel like is so different from then and now?
Just heavy on like the social media. I think with social media now, I hate how, like we said all the time, a lot of things are aesthetic wise, and it's not really being like used to socially communicate. It is, but I'll say, speaking from a dating perspective, like we done said it before, how the dating realm is like trash because of social media, and just how it comes to. When it comes to like meeting someone or approaching someone, like the decline in getting to know someone due to social media, you can shoot somebody a DM and they shoot this back, and you heart this and they heart that, and boom, now y'all together. Versus back then, if you like someone, you ain't sitting on social media looking for your soulmate. You out there in them streets, you going to different events, you attending certain parties, like you going places, you traveling, meeting these people in person. And based off how that person looks to you in person, like, oh, wow, I want to get to know her. Versus now, a nigga can swipe through your pictures, like 3 pictures, and That's it. Like, that's enough to get your attention.
And people think that they know people based off social media.
Yes.
Like,
oh, man.
And I was going to say, like, I'm sure, like, the catfishing, the sex trafficking, like, that stuff
is
was
real.
Not, and it wasn't a thing then because you didn't have those social media outlets. Nobody could. It was harder.
Nobody's hiding behind the screen trying to beat. Woo.
Oh, and then how fast, like, everything you post on the internet is found somewhere. Somebody can get it. I don't care.
Screenshots, like,
girl, just how you can look up your name in Google and it's gonna show your pictures, your Facebook profile from whenever you first met.
Yes.
And then people got that picture and now they using it as they acting like you to get somebody else.
That's another, like, I will say that's definitely a big con when it comes to, like, certain businesses and content creators, like, how easily it is, even if it's a big company, how they can steal your work, post it on their page, and attract and make more and profit off of that. Versus back then, I think a lot of businesses, they was going around making flyers, they was handing things out when it came to advertising and marketing. You didn't really have to worry about nobody stealing your content as much for real. Like, back then, if somebody was wearing this and this person made it, they knew where that came from. Mm-hmm. Versus now, it's so many other, it's just so many subcategories or sub businesses that are taking a lot of information that's not theirs and putting it onto their platform, making it seem like that's where it originated from. Like, no.
One more I want to go over. I skipped it on accident.
Okay.
Environmental and lifestyle. So the pro of it is increased awareness and action on environmental issues can lead to a more sustainable future availability of eco-friendly products and lifestyles. The con of it though is despite increased awareness, actual environmental action can be slow. Eco-friendly lifestyles can be expensive and inaccessible for some. Like, just how expensive it is to, like, live.
Man.
Like, just to be, it's so
just
expensive.
To have a good time. Just to have a good time. Like, I've seen a girl on TikTok was making, she was going on a rant of, like, how Atlanta has turned everything into a club. Like, why do I have to valet park to go to Juicy Crab?
Girl, because why do we have to valet park to go to brunch? I'm just trying to eat.
We're just going to a restaurant. We're eating.
I'm just trying to eat.
And to think, like, that's something that this generation, like, is making a thing. Like she said, why are they talking about a DJ finna come set up for brunch and now I gotta park 2 blocks down just for free parking to go eat crab legs? Why are y'all turning everything into a club? But
like
I guess
there too.
The main stuff that I had just looked into, it was just focused on, like, the cost of living, like,
I
being here.
Do the comparison of that. But go ahead.
Like the cost of living and
it was a matter of fact.
Did I find it? This was just a little something I had seen. It was like according to May 23, which was last year. It was like the average rent in Arkansas, because for those of you that don't know, we are based in Arkansas. The average rent in Arkansas increased 25% since 2020, but has slowed down in the recent years. But in 2022, rent was increased by 10%, and in 2021, it increased by 20%. So as of May 23, the average rent increase was set. The average person's like rent, I don't know if it's for a 1-bedroom, is $742, which is the 4th lowest in the country. Because Arkansas is a place of like.
Mm-hmm. It's cheaper.
Definitely very much so, way cheaper now. But I did a personal comparison of like my first apartment versus where I am now, and I recall when I had got my first apartment, like when I had my first apartment or whatever back in 2018, 2019, I was paying like $600. Versus now for a 2-bedroom, that's probably almost the same square feet or whatever that they charging you for, is $900. Once they add on like the taxes and everything.
My old apartment, I was paying like eight something for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
And I'm saying that's over like
paying $900.
That's from like
less square footage. I'm like, what is this? But if I try and go move back into that, they done raise rent to like $1,100.
That too, they slapping a little bit of this, giving everybody stainless steel, and like they upping the price on everything. Like that's over a 5 year span. Like I went from paying $600 to $900, like a $300 increase. And you would think like, yeah, okay, well, that was back then versus now. Like jobs and stuff, you would think they'd increase the pay on jobs, but no.
We get into it.
It said here are some of the average rent prices from cities in Arkansas as of July 2024. Little Rock, it says from $877 to $1,049 depending on the size of the apartment. Fayetteville is $1,000 to $1,400. Hot Springs is $725 to $1,086. Depending, they all say depending on the size. So, in average, we're speaking
and depending on the appliances they have in there, because they'll be quick to tell you, well, we just put new paint on the wall, so it'll be. I covered up them.
Girl, like just the financial increase in like housing from like COVID to now. I was just reading like through articles like. Is wild. Like we was doing good before COVID came out of COVID, and inflation went up in everything. I feel like,
girl, the food, everything.
Man,
the food is so expensive. Damn,
and it's trash. It's fake trash. They're profiting off making us fake trash. Jesus.
So I put for those who don't use it, ChatGPT is great. It's AI. This is the world we live in. Get into it. But it tells you could type whatever you want in there. You could type, give me a workout routine, and it will give it to you. But I put, why does people in their 20s struggle in 2024? And it says people in their 20s in 2024 face several unique challenges that can contribute to their struggles. Economic challenges is job market uncertainty. The job market is increasingly competitive with high demands of specialized skills. The gig economy, while offering flexibility, often lacks job security and benefits. Student debt. Many young adults are burdened with significant student loan debt, making financial stability harder to achieve. And then high cost of living, housing, healthcare, and everyday expenses continue to rise, often outpacing wage growth. So they're saying that they going up, but they ain't increasing our pay.
Man.
We still getting paid that $20.
They're still keeping us at that cap, like
it's crazy. Technological pressures. Gosh, why was that so hard to say? Digital overload, constant connectivity, and the pressure to maintain an online presence can lead to digital fatigue and mental health issues. Information overload, the vast amount of information available online can be overwhelming, leading to difficulties in discerning accurate and useful information. And that is a fact, because if you stay on social media long enough, or TikTok, and learning and going down rabbit holes, it will put a mental toll on you.
It's also having an effect on like our communication skills as well. A lot of us start to actually talk how we text.
Oh yes.
And all the little references we do like nowadays, it's crazy. I just did this quick Google search. Like I Googled like the cost of like a gallon of gas, like the average cost of a gallon of gas in 2020. It said U.S. regular gasoline prices averaged $2.17 in 2020. As of July 22nd of 2024, the average price of regular gas is $3.50.
Well, we went to Illinois, friend. That gas was $3.48.
U.S. regular prices as of this.
Bro, Atlanta like $5.
I'm trying to see what's number one on here.
Y'all must got a scooter.
The number one that's ranked the lowest as of now is Mississippi. Their average gas is $2.98.
And I hope you don't got no fancy car, because we gotta get 93. You gotta get 93.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, well, they broke it down into like each part of the coast. Like East Coast is $3.40, Midwest is $3.42, Gulf Coast is $3.04. It's like Rocky Mountain $3.32, West Coast $4.13. The West Coast is $4.13.
Girl, the cost of living on the West Coast. Let's not even get into that.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's crazy.
And like how they saying like heavy on the being overworked and underpaid. Another thing I even looked up, girl, was why I never understood why like leasing places or like housing people will say you have to qualify and make 3 times the rent.
Somebody was telling me they getting rid of that though.
I'm hoping they do. I think the first place they started when I looked it up was
how can
Georgia
I make 3
California.
times 1,100 when you just increased it? The 2 years I've been living here, you increased it. I was making 3 times
when I first moved in, but now 2 years have passed.
You better tell your economy pay me some more to pay you, cause what?
Girl, because
why so many people would they be saying? robbing Peter to pay Paul because good night.
That's too.
What am
That's insane. Like, girl, because it was a post they been on. Girl, it's a debate been going on back home. Like, they're about to open like this new hotel. They're getting a hotel in Osceola, and girl, the job that they're starting off paying it is $11.
Bye.
They said, how are y'all expecting a person to live on their own? Especially people that have kids.
Then wonder why they're understaffed though.
Right.
You understaffed because I need more than $11 to live.
$11.
I can't even survive off $11. You know how much a McDonald's meal is? McDonald's. They ain't even got $1. They ain't even got $1 menu no more.
Average, literally. Everything now they switched that dollar menu. They call them value menus,
and it's still $2. Like, you get a meal at McDonald's, you paying $11 anywhere for one person.
Man.
While she looked that up, it says,
girl,
overall, the combination of economic pressures, technological changes, social dynamics, and global concerns creates a complex environment for people in their 20s, making it challenging to navigate and thrive in 2024.
It said, as of May 2024, fast food prices have increased significantly, with some items being doubling the price since 2019. For example, a medium Big Mac meal at McDonald's has increased from $5.99 to $12.69.
Wow.
Went from $5.
The broke people can't even live eat unhealthy. Cause that's how we would stay unhealthy.
Unhealthy, right?
They barely afford an unhealthy meal,
and that is wild. Like from $5.99 to $12.69. That has doubled. That has doubled in under a little under five years. In 5 years, that's how much it has.
Y'all better start making your house.
And even that, shit, groceries just as expensive. Like,
thanks.
But when them folks said they were starting off them positions that they offer $11, be for real. Unless you somebody that I don't even know how much people that do construction, how much they probably get paid. But unless you have state jobs, boy, they just as bad. Like,
because I heard a famous person say each tax bracket has its own challenges. Like, I don't care how much money you make, shit's still expensive.
Yes.
So
based off the tax bracket that you in.
Yeah, everything is increasing. So
nowadays, it ain't even such thing as saving for real. How can you save when you constantly have to spend? You constantly have to give. I
don't know what y'all doing. Please, if it's something I'm doing wrong, somebody tell me. Seriously. Okay, so it said, what to do to live better in your 20s in 2024? Child.
They got to say.
Living well in your 20s in 2024 involves navigating the complexities of modern life with tragic. Lord, I'm having a little dyslexia.
We've been working on these screens. Research from these screens.
Did you see that video I sent you too about the blue screen stuff? The complexity of modern life with tragedies. Why does that seem so hard? Anyway, address economic, social, technological, blah, blah, blah. Economic well-being, financial literacy. Educate yourself about personal finances, budgeting, saving, investing. Utilize online resources and apps to manage your finances effectively. Career plan. Pursue skills that are in demand in the job market. Consider both traditional degrees and alternative education like certifications and online courses. Side hustles. Explore gig economy, debt management, create a plan to manage and pay off student loans and other debts. Technological adaptation. Man, I ain't worried about them student loans.
Like, out of everything that's going on in the world, like, as many bad things that are going on right now within this world, somebody trying to come get me for student loans is the last thing that should be worried about. You more focused on what I didn't pay than what I received? Like,
hello, somebody. Set boundaries in screen time and social media usage. Mm-hmm. That's a big one. Be mindful of online privacy and security. Continuous learning. Stay updated with technological advancements and continuously upgrade your skills. Mental health. Prioritize mental health by seeking therapy or counseling if needed. Practicing mindfulness and engaging in activities that reduce stress. Mm-hmm. Social connections. Build and maintain meaningful relationships. Balance online interactions with in-person connections to foster a sense of community and support. Work-life balance. Establish clear boundaries between work and personal life, especially if working remotely. Ensure you have time for hobbies, exercise, and relaxation. Sustainable living. Adopt eco-friendly practices like reducing waste, recycling, using sustainable products. Support businesses and policies that prioritize environmental sustainability. Stay informed about global issues. Engage in civic life. I ain't doing it. It's probably my problem. Volunteer, donate, or participate in causes that matter to you. Physical life, healthy habits, maintain a balanced diet. I don't know how in this expensive world. Physical health is crucial for overall well-being. Regularly visit healthcare providers for checkups and screenings. Preventive care can help catch health issues early.
Yes.
Goal set, time manage resilience. Develop resilience by embracing challenges, learning from failures, and maintaining a positive mindset. Adaptability is key to navigating by the uncertainties of modern life. By focusing on these areas, you can enhance your overall quality of life and better navigate the unique challenges and opportunities that come with being in your 20s in 2024. And that's a word from ChatGPT.
So,
and it was some good advice but I see, wow, I'm struggling. Some of that would be like,
who's really doing that? Who's that information really for?
It's for us, but that's why we're not doing this while we still.
That's why I say being in your 20s, there's a lot of stuff you have to figure out. I will say, this A and age being in your 20s is not the same as when our parents was able to be in their 20s. When they was able to be in their 20s. Y'all didn't have to worry about a whole lot of shit that we got to worry about now.
They just proved it right then and there. The demand is high. Social media is a huge effect. And we have to just learn. Obviously, y'all heard it, like, social media, technology is a big influence. You have to learn to set a boundary within it so that's not so much of the influence. Mm-hmm. Like, it's rough out here. But, like, this is our reality, so we have to learn to navigate.
It's only going to continue to advance. We're starting to see that with AI. It's going to be hard to just differentiate and be able to have that discernment when it comes to the knowledge that you are picking up on the internet versus
so many jobs getting taken over by technology. You better learn how to work the machines. Or continue to
work in a field that doesn't require, that isn't gonna,
because healthcare, they don't have forever need a person.
Yes, and also the beauty industry,
yes. Child, we could do a whole nother episode on workplace manipulation. Like, they would make that sound so good. Like, these jobs be just trying to get you in the door, and then once you're there, you stuck. Please don't be stuck. Please continue to educate yourself, find new skills, so you won't be stuck. Please be aware. Continue to be aware. Know your
self-worth. Know what you are worth. Be willing to put your foot down and voice. Be a voice for yourself. Even if it might cost you something here or there, at least you can still walk out of there with knowing who you were and what you stood on.
Right.
You didn't let that cloud what you was really there for.
But man, keep God in your life. Keep God in your life.
Okay. Because we're saying around these parts, that's why I say if you know who you are and you know what you stand for, it's gonna be very, very hard for a lot of doors to not open up for you.
Right.
Simply because of who you are, knowing who you are within, and that's a word
from the world.
Yes, and it is.
Cause it's tough. You just get. What Dory say? Just keep swimming.
Literally.
Or was that was the other one?
No, it was the
other.
Just keep swimming.
Yes. Just keep swimming. Stay afloat. It's tough out here. And it's only gonna get tougher.
Man, just know it's doable.
It's doable.
Nothing under the sun is impossible. I don't give a fuck what they tell you.
And for all my young people that is still living in their parents' house, baby, live there as long as they let you. If you in school, if you working, like I know how eager I was to get out of my parents' house, but when I say in 2024, it's tough out here. Like, please don't rush to grow up. And if your parent, if you have the support, like,
utilize it while you got it. Utilize it while you got it. Use it to your advantage. And that when it's time for you to get out and get on your own and get on your feet, at least you still got that plan in mind. You done already saved. You already set. You settled. You know where you're going, and just instead of hopping out there, with no fucking plan, like not even knowing where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do. Be thinking about this stuff right now, even though you're still young, because no, you're not gonna have it all figured out. But I always say you need to at least have an idea. You got the resources, at least have the freaking idea.
Man, we got this technology. Use it to your advantage, real.
In a nutshell, make it work for you. Don't always you be working for it. And that right there, this episode, because y'all have been tuned in to another episode of the DNT Podcast. We hope y'all got something out of this episode. Make sure you continue to like, comment, subscribe, because you'll never be disappointed. You're gonna always be surprised when you hop up on this channel. We're gonna always give a little bit of game of what we feel like we know when you hop up on this channel. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about DNT. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Destiny.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'm Trinica Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
And the duo is signing out.